Peace, y'all. Welcome back. And today I'm going to tell y'all my dog Angel's birth story. So for those of you who don't know, I have a dog named Angel. She's literally a puppy. I got her last year. She was born August 15th, 2022. And I brought her to the farm October 1st. Today is October 27th, I think. Oh, no. I'm tripping. Why am I in the future? Something important must be happening that day. Today is October 24th. And so, yeah, I've had her for literally a year and some day in a few weeks. This child already pregnant right after her first birthday. Her first time going into heat. And she came up pregnant. You know, I do live in an open environment, and I was actually in the States when she was in heat, so I couldn't keep the other dogs away. I couldn't keep her from going wherever she want to go, doing whatever she want to do. She wasn't on the leash, so it happened, and I can't lie. At first, I had a lot of anxiety about it. I have a lot of friends with dogs, and I've seen them have, like, litters of puppies, and it's a lot of work, like, especially once they get just a little bigger, because there's a lot of cleaning. You have to clean them, keep them all very clean. And you can't leave them alone for long, so you have to really be attentive and at the house as much as possible, and it's just a lot. So I was very anxious. I didn't want it to be real. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, please don't be true. Please don't be pregnant. But then, you know, she kept getting bigger, and I was like, dang, she's pregnant as hell. So yeah, I'll insert some pictures here. I didn't take that many pictures of her because I really didn't, like, announce it either. I just kind of, like, left it alone. The only people who knew were people here. And a few of my friends who I had texted, I told them, but for real, not a lot of people knew she was pregnant. I had never posted about it. And then suddenly, yesterday, October 23rd, Angel gave birth to 7 beautiful puppies. So yeah, like I said, she got bigger and bigger. She's a very healthy dog. She's never been to the vet. We just live our wild life. She was born right here in this neighborhood. We've walked around. We've been to the beach. She loves to swim. She loves to eat. She will eat anything. She eats fruit. She eats bread. She eats rice and beans and lentils. She loves plantain. She'll eat it all. Yucca. She loves it all. So yeah, she's a healthy and happy dog. She's great. I love her. She's annoying sometimes, but it's fine. And I was never even truly a dog person. I was always a cat person. So I have just recently become a dog person, and now I literally have 7 puppies sitting in the other room. So this is crazy. Anyways, what had happened was yesterday I had a very clear plan. On Mondays I always go and get Wi-Fi, and that's a day where I really focus on getting online work done. I edit a lot of videos, I make TikToks, and I usually go live on TikTok as well, and I do tarot readings and stuff like that. So I had a list of things to do. I needed to update my website. I needed to email retreat guests. I had a lot of things on my list to do. So I had my mind really like, I'm about to be so productive today. I got energy today. I was getting ready. And it was like I was about to leave the house. Like my shoes were on and everything. And just before, Angel had been outside for a bit, and she came in, and she was kind of like making a little noise. Kind of like she was happy, though. And she was kind of moving between my legs and like she wanted rub. So I was rubbing her a little. I was like, yeah, you doing good, girl. And I touched her belly. I've been touching her belly and checking in. I'm like, feels good. There's babies in there. And she kept going under the bed, which was something that she hasn't done in a long time. Not since she was smaller, because the bed's kind of low. And I was like, why are you going under the bed? And right before I picked up my backpack to leave, y'all, I just heard her start to cry. And I was like, it's happening. And I looked down, and I had my guitar case on the floor, and she was just but my guitar wasn't in it. It's up here. And she just started to have the first baby. And I was like, oh, Lord, it's happening. And it was pretty quick. Came out. She started to lick it and all that. And I was not prepared, y'all. I thought that dogs' pregnancies were 3 months. So 3 months from her getting pregnant would put us into November. So I was thinking, okay, I have until like maybe the first or second week of November. But no, they came earlier than I expected. So I hadn't prepared a birthing space for her, which in retrospect, I'm like, I should have made that a priority as she got bigger. But I've never witnessed a pregnancy like this. You know, I've never had a pet who was pregnant, and also I mean, other than my mom, I've never really been too close even around a woman who was pregnant. Like, I've had pregnant friends, but not anyone I was so intimately close with where I need to prepare for the birthing space. So yeah, it was a learning curve there. So when she had the first baby, it was like, oh my God. And like, that's when I went to like grab blankets and towel. And then she got up because she was kind of uncomfortable. And she was walking around, she had the baby hanging from her because the afterbirth hadn't came out. I was like, Angel, no. And then she kind of sat down on a little rug that I have out, and that's when I set up the birthing space. I have these pad things, and I put down blanket and towel, and in the back of the house where she likes to be, and I just made a little spot for her, and then she laid there, and I could tell she was way more comfortable. We cleaned off the babies. You know, I helped her with a wet towel because she had dragged the baby across the daggone floor. And then the second baby came out just like 12 minutes later. I was writing down the times of the births just to know how much time was passing between. And I didn't know how many babies were coming. But I knew the birth would happen within like a certain amount of time. People told me usually within 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, she started doing it. She was there. After the first 2 came out, I texted my friend group chat and I was like, it's baby time. And I sent a picture of her and I was like, it's time. It's happening. 2 down. I don't know how many to go. And it was wild, y'all, because I was literally watching her and I was seeing how the baby like came out. And with the first one, it was scary for her because it was her first time. So like she came out from under the bed and she let this baby out, and I put my arms around her and I was like holding her head on my head, and I could feel her like shaking. Her body was just like trembling. And I was like, it's okay, you're doing it. You did so good. Look at it. You already did it. You did so good. But yeah, once she was comfortable with the 2 laying down, then some more time passed before, I can't remember exactly, but it was like the first 2 were really close together. And then the third one came maybe like 30 or 40 minutes later. So I was like, oh my God, it's going to still be happening. And the next one was maybe like 20 minutes later. And then there was like an hour or something that went between one of the births. So I thought maybe she was done. But then more came like an hour and 10 minutes later and so on. And all in all, it was like 3 hours and 20 minutes. And within that time, all of the 7 babies were born. The 7th one is the smallest. He's teeny tiny. The first one is a girl. She was all gray. There was a lot of like mostly all black ones, so it's hard to tell them apart now, honestly. I thought I was going to be able to keep up, but as more babies came, I was like, well, I can't keep up with who's who. But there's only one who is like kind of like the colors of Angel. Like she's white and black. This one's white and brown, but it's the only one who's different than the others. And that was the 5th one, a boy, and he's pretty big too. The 5th one and the first one were really big. And so cute. It's wild, y'all. So like when the baby comes out, like then comes out their afterbirth. With the first one, like she waited before she got it out, but like she like pulls it out of herself and then she like literally chomps it down and eats it, and it's pretty big. Like it was a lot, and it's like wild to see, and it looks like a baby. Like I've seen, you know, birthing videos of human babies. I'm like, it's a placenta. It literally looks just like that, but a little smaller than a human. I mean, it's smaller, significantly smaller than a human one, but pretty big. You know, it's pretty big still. So yeah, like I see her pull it out and start chomping on it, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so scary, but it's so cool. Like it's so cool because I heard this, so I know that that's what they do, but it's like wild to see. I was like, oh my God, like this is a wild birth. Like she just was doing it, and then she was cleaning them really good. She got them super clean, and they went and they wiggled themselves right to a tit to get their milk. And it was just like, let me stop shaking the camera. I'm sorry, I have my feet on the table. Just unprofessional. But yeah, so then she was eating that up. That was crazy. She was chomping on that. And then she was like, you know, really breathing. I could see some of her contractions some of the time. And like, she was really doing a lot of breathing. I got her some water. She would drink water. And yeah, 2 of my friends came over, like not long, maybe like an hour and a half after texting them. They came to check on me and provide support. And I'm so grateful because I have never witnessed a dog birth. And one of them, she's witnessed a few dog births, so she has experience. And the other is a mother, so she's at least had human births. So it was just nice to have some experienced folks nearby to just reassure me that everything was okay and just bring some love and energy to the space. And it felt very sacred, like how people come and gather to be there in support of the mother. And yeah, so she had this beautiful little birthing space, and she was doing it, and she was also really cool. I know some dogs don't want people near them, or they don't want people or other animals to touch or being close to the puppies when they're first born, but Angel was super chill. Like, I was helping her move the puppies around, and she had no problem with it. She was just licking them and licking me. And my cat, Mantra, was there for the whole birth. When she first started, he came, hopped down. He looking at her like, what's going on? He looking, he's smelling. He got pretty close to the babies multiple times, like kind of smelling, and she just didn't even respond or react to him. And even my friends who came, like one of them, she tried to, like, she touched the puppies a little bit, and Angel had no issue. There was no growling, no barking. She was just at peace. She like knew how safe she was and how safe her babies were. And yeah, it was all in all an incredible experience, and it blew my mind. It blew my mind to see that. And I can't believe that that's how it happens. Like, that the womb is literally the in-between space between worlds, and that spirit can come through and create this physical being, and it comes through the womb, and then it has a whole life. Like, the womb gives life. It blows my mind. Like, truly, I'm amazed. I'm mesmerized by birth. It made me think of how weird birth is too. I was like, dang, this is what we on? We just copy paste, and we just create new life from ourselves. That is crazy, y'all. I can't believe that we mammals are doing that. All these different mammals are doing that. Wow. It's really crazy. It's really amazing to see. I'm like, wow, life. And I saw it grow there in her body, and now it's 7 whole beings. And I'm like, what? And animals, y'all be on one. Animals be having so many babies at once, and so young. She's a baby herself. I got her last year. And now a year later, she's like giving birth to 7 little hers. Like, animals can get pregnant so quickly, so often, and also they are pregnant so quickly, and they can produce so many children. It's kind of insane. It kind of blows my mind. Like, I don't get it. And yeah, it's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot to have all these puppies. Personally, my plan is to get my dog fixed. I know everybody has different feelings about that. My cat is also fixed. I didn't fix him, but my family did when I left him with them for a period of time. And it's just like, honestly, for me, it's less issues. There's plenty of animals on the earth that are reproducing. It's just like some humans don't have babies. I'm just like, it's all good. And at this point, Angel done created 7 dogs. And they all looking good and healthy too. Like, honestly, she's done her part. And I want to let her have her freedom. You know, I don't like to have her tied up and stuff like that. I want to let her have her freedom here. Here come Mantra. Can you move your booty? So I want to get her fixed so that we don't have to keep going through this. Because, yeah, it's a lot. Last night I did not sleep because the babies are just whimpering and crying the whole night. So I kept going in, and I'm going to show y'all some footage. I got her, like, I set up a spot in the shower. And, yeah, it's perfect because there's, like, cement blocks around it. So she can have a nice corner, a nice, like, support. And also there's some blankets and a yoga mat and stuff in there to make it comfortable for them. And, yeah, I kept getting in there last night, like with my blanket, and laying with her for a while because the babies were whimpering. I would hold some of them and kind of rock them, and they would stop crying. So then I would be in there holding a few and giving her a little breaks. And she was up all night, and it was just a night, y'all. But it's also incredible to see her instincts kick right in. Like, she won't even leave them. Like, she'll leave for a little bit, and then she keeps going to check on them. She'll go in and sniff them real quick, and then she gets out, and like, she's just been cleaning them. And it's incredible to watch. Like, made for this. She was made to be a mother. She's doing such a good job, my sweet girl. And Mantra did so good, you know. I know he's going to be mad once the little ones start running around up in here. But, yeah, he did so good too. He was like a nice birth worker holding space. He never left Angel's side. He stayed very close throughout the whole experience. And it was very magical. I'm so grateful to have been able to witness that. And someday I pray I can have that for myself and experience what it is to be pregnant and to bring life through my womb into this earth. Wow. I have to call and thank my mother because, wow, literally she had to endure all that to really release me from her body. Incredible. Thank y'all so much for listening. Send love to my sweet baby angel. And stay tuned for some puppy content, I guess.